All right, we're out here in beautiful Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I'm going to be talking about the 2022 Royal Enfield Continental GT in British Racing Green. I watched pretty much every review video and read everything I could about this bike before I bought it, and there's a few things that stood out that I wasn't really prepared for that maybe I'd like to mention those, but a lot of good things about this bike. So I'm going to talk about the good and the bad and just sort of where I'm coming from in the motorcycle world for reference. So I'll do some walkarounds here so you can see the bike. But so this is my fourth bike. I've been riding motorcycles since 2007. My first bike was a Kawasaki Ninja 250. I had a Honda Grom, if you want to consider that a motorcycle, and then I also had a Suzuki TU 250X, which I converted into a cafe racer as well. So those are all smaller bikes and just total shit cans compared to this thing, which is shockingly cheap for a brand new motorcycle. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I paid and some mods and things like that, and some goods and bads. So this is 200 miles. I just broke 200 miles on this bike, and you know, the power on it is incredible compared to the other small bikes I was riding before. You know, you can hit 50, 60 on this and not even feel a thing. It's smooth. It's not gonna rattle your wrists off. It's just very luxury compared to those bikes. You know, I already put the S&S exhaust on here day one from the dealer. I got a deal at the dealership, which was pretty cool. I just don't think I would have paid like $750, $800 for these things, but I got a good deal on them. And put them on, and you know, you don't need earplugs or anything like that. It's really tasteful sounding. It sounds good, but it's not going to upset people at, you know, eating outside or outside the cafe or whatever. Really nice sound to them. They don't have the baffles in. I actually haven't even put them in yet because it's so quiet as it is. There's no need for it. Anyway, cost on this bike $6,200 for the base, but then you're going to have to think about dealer fees and you know, freight, taxes, license, all that sort of stuff. So in the end, it was $7,400 out the door. It comes with a 3-year warranty, which is totally unheard of on a bike. It's just insane. A 3-year warranty. I broke my rule of not buying a brand new bike ever, and bought a brand new bike because of that 3-year warranty. So thank you, Royal Enfield, for that. I think, you know, $7,400 out the door is way more money than I would have ever imagined paying for a motorcycle. But, you know, bad decisions were made, and now I have a new bike. But it's got that 3-year warranty. There's no way in hell I would have done that if there was a, you know, a 1-year warranty or a no-year warranty. So really great stuff. I took off the Mickey Mouse handlebars, you know, mirrors or whatever you want to call them, and put on these CRG mirrors. Incredible stuff. It took about 10 minutes to install. Really nothing to it. All you got to do is unscrew this here and pull it out. You know, there's a video online of a guy like with a hammer and a screwdriver like beating the shit out of it and pulling out the whole guts of the handlebars. Don't do that. That's not what you need to do. You just need to get a pair of pliers and hold the silver part, put in an Allen key here, and then turn it, and then it just comes loose, and then you pop that off and put this thing on. That's all you got to do. You don't get a hammer. Don't knock the interiors out. There's no need for that. Just get a pair of vice grips or pliers, put a towel over it, hold this silver part, and then that will allow the bolt to turn without turning the entire interior. Anyway, would love to get a single seat on there with the cowl and like do something about this god-awful back end here. That's coming soon. I'd like to do that. But anyway, here's some negatives that I didn't really understand about this bike when I bought it. The thing is blazing hot. It's gonna fry your legs off. You're definitely not going to be wanting to wear a pair of shorts on this thing because it just pumps hot air directly into your legs, no matter where you're at. If you're putting your foot down at a stoplight, this thing's burning your leg. If you're riding and your feet are back here and your knees are up here, well, this thing's pushing out air and that's going to burn your knees. There's really no way to escape the heat on here. It's a pretty hot thing, and I find myself riding with my knees, you know, out quite a bit, or making sure that at least my foot's far away from it when I'm stopped at a stoplight. There are some knee guards here that don't do anything for me. My body type, I'm 6'1", I'm 160 pounds, so my knees rest kind of right about here actually, and this is like where the elbow of my knee goes, so it catches my jeans and it's just kind of annoying, and I don't even know. So I don't know, maybe if you're a certain body type that'll fit you. It doesn't fit me. God, is that the only negatives I can find about this thing so far? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, so far it's pretty damn good. I love it. I love it quite a bit, you know. The S&S exhaust takes about 18 pounds off of the bike when you put it from the, look at that view. When you take off the stock mufflers, pretty amazing. I also took off the sissy bar in the back and the reflectors. That's, you know, was probably another 5 pounds or so, along with the mirrors. The stock mirrors shockingly heavy. But yeah, man, absolutely love this bike. I feel like it's just too good for me. I've been used to riding like really, you know, just not smooth bikes, you know, cranking the throttle at 30 miles an hour, just, you know, on a 250cc bike through town. This thing is just so smooth though. I mean, it's just, it really comes to life in about 4,000 RPMs, which unfortunately for me, can't really hit that until I break it in, which is about 500 miles. So I'm trying to really baby this thing as much as I can without totally ruining it, wrecking that engine on the break-in period. But, you know, really just trying to take it easy, but, you know, it just really comes to life around 4,000 RPMs, and it's just really hard to avoid just cranking that throttle as much as possible. It's a little heavier than I thought it was going to be. I've gotten used to it over 200 miles and it's not bothering me much anymore, but you know, again, coming from lighter bikes, this thing is definitely a bit heavier than I'm used to. It's funny, you watch reviews and people are like, this is a really light bike. Well, I don't think it is, but you know, it's cool. You know, you're hitting 60 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, and the wind doesn't seem to do much. And out here in Albuquerque, it's incredibly windy, and it's just not bothering me on higher speed roads. God dang, look at this view. I just can't get enough of this place. I like to say Albuquerque is heaven, but the angels will steal your car. You really get what you're looking for here. Not the safest place, not the land of opportunity, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous in about 100 different ways. So some of the nicest people I've ever met are around here, until you see them through a windshield of a car or they're stealing your car. Come on out to Albuquerque, it's a beautiful place. Geez Louise, look at this bike. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, what do you want to hear about? Like, ask some questions in the comments. I might make some more videos. I might not. I'm not good at making these videos, obviously. So I just wanted a bit of a different perspective from somebody who doesn't know what they're doing versus like an actual bike reviewer or whatever. But oh man, one more thing. Like these cages, I mean, check out the cockpit of this thing. Good grief. These are like really nicely lit up at night too, like really bright white lights, you know, you're not getting faded yellow dash lights. It's just really comes clear at night. Gotta get rid of this seat, gotta get rid of that tail. She's a beauty. Anyway, Royal Enfield GT 650, Albuquerque, New Mexico.